I'm not going to waste any time on an intro. If you don't know who Twomad is, why are you watching this? Twomad is being canceled right now for two different things. One of them is a lot more serious than the other, but we're going to talk about both of them. So the first thing he's being canceled for is, I want to call it a joke, but he's also not really joking in the joke. So just for context, this entire week, Twomad has just been spurging out on Twitter, tweeting the most random stuff, spamming the timeline, like literally tweeting every 30 seconds. Every minute, this guy tweets out some more hogwash. It's just pure, noise. He's just vomiting words on his keyboard and tweeting out whatever comes up. So because of this, people have been saying that he's a loser and to get a life, and well, one person told him to get a life, to which he responded with this. So Twomad tweeted, "I have a girlfriend, bro, look," and attached is a picture of a 16-year-old transgender who was murdered. Now, I like edgy humor, and I don't believe there should be like limits on what you're allowed to joke about, but when you're telling edgy jokes or saying stuff that is edgy, you have to really know your audience. And Twitter may be the worst place on planet Earth to joke about dating an underage dead transgender. Now, instead of doubling down and just saying like, oh, it was a joke, whatever, he goes the route of pleading ignorance and says that that girl that he tweeted the picture of, well, he didn't know that that was the 16-year-old transgender who was murdered, and that to him it was just a random girl that he found on Google that he thought was sexy, which is like actually, I think, the worst defense I've ever heard for like 5 different reasons. First of all, you're admitting that you found a 16-year-old attractive. Second of all, I'm pretty sure he's just lying. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it is true that this image randomly popped up on his phone and he thought this person was alive, of age, and, I don't know, attractive. But every single time you reverse image search this picture, it all brings you back to an article talking about the tragedy and how this person was murdered. Like, if I was him, I would have just said, like, okay, yeah, I knew exactly who this person was. I was just making an off-color joke. And maybe he's telling the truth, like he actually didn't know who this person was, but I honestly just think he made a very edgy joke, not realizing how bad people would be offended by it on Twitter. And like, to be fair, this isn't me calling Twitter snowflakes and whatever, because this is kind of pushing it. The joke is that he's simping for a 16-year-old transgender who was murdered like this year. Like, you need to know that your audience is gonna find that funny before you make the joke. But people got very upset with him. They were throwing tomatoes at him, saying, "Boo, get off the stage." You know, the crowd went mild at that one. So there was the group of people that was just saying like, oh, that's just, you know, up to tell that joke, this person died this year and it could have been a hate crime and this and that and whatever. And if that's why you're upset, okay, sure. But in my opinion, I feel like it's a little disingenuous just from that tweet to say something ridiculous like, oh, Twomad touches kids or something like that. Now, unfortunately, anyone who may have thought that Twomad touches kids, well, they were in luck to some extent, because something did happen as a result of this joke, where someone who was allegedly SA'd by Twomad came forward and shared her story and some stuff that had happened with her and Twomad. Now, just a quick disclaimer, I have to spam the word allegedly for the rest of this video because at the end of the day, this is all alleged. This is one person saying that another person did something to them, and we're gonna look at the evidence, but again, I can't just say definitively that, okay, one thing for sure happened. I'm gonna share the evidence and give my thoughts on it, but at the end of the day, it's up to you guys to draw your own conclusions. So there's a video of Twomad that got leaked where he's driving, and allegedly in this entire video, he's apologizing to a victim of some sort, and he goes on, he's like, "I'm sorry for what I did to you," and he says that he's going to therapy and he's getting help. Here's that video for you guys.
I am literally driving, but I'm literally in Oregon, fucking Washington, Oregon. Dab. Okay, so apology. All right, so I can't take the damage away that I've done, but I'll try my best. Okay. I at least want to take responsibility for what the fuck I did, like the way I treated you and like viewed you, this is not like okay. Like, I pushed past your fucking boundaries just for like my own fucking self-serving reasons. I made like sexual advances you weren't comfortable with, you know what I mean? And I truly do like regret all of that like so much. Yeah. I never wanted you to like fear for your safety or anything, but like I understand it's like how you felt. And I'm like, so I'm like sorry. As best I can say it, it was as if that wasn't enough, I acted like super obsessive after after I realized you left. And I'm going to therapy. Genuinely, I'm going to therapy. I'm working fucking. That shit is tough, but I'm going to it. To like fix whatever the fuck parts of my brain, or just like let me act that way. And I'm like, I'm 1,000% sure I'll never do it to anyone else. But fucking sorry for making you wait for this,
Regardless of whatever may happen in the future, I think we can all agree that this video does look bad. It looks like incriminating. He's talking about, oh, I made you fear for your safety, I made advances toward you that you were uncomfortable with. And while, he doesn't go into specific details as to what may have happened, the other evidence that we're gonna go into may kind of reveal the magnitude of some of that stuff. So Twomad made this alleged victim sign a contract. So here's this contract that Twomad's alleged victim signed. So if we actually read what's here, it says, for the next 60 days, under all facets of interaction with Bella online or in person, Mudea, who is Twomad, agrees to not demand or entertain, activity with Bella. Mudea will be required, due to his history demonstrating wild, uncontrollable psychological problems and disregard to other people around him, to be hyper-aware that he is prone to easily scaring, emotionally damaging Bella. Bella may use the word facade. When this word is used, Mudea will be required to slowly, gently, earnestly process as to how he's wronging, scaring, hurting Bella with his behavior, refuses to process. If he cannot understand, deflects, lies to not understand, and change to Bella's satisfaction, Mudea must concede peacefully and the exit clause is executed. Mudea cannot lapse on any part of this agreement. Any exception at all will execute the exit clause. And the exit clause reads, Bella can exit this agreement at any time. Bella agrees she will not exit this agreement unless she has made a full analysis of our relationship and is completely sure that her well-being is contingent on me not interacting with her at all, that she does not want any more time spent hearing from me. Mudea agrees to move on with his life. So you kind of have to wonder why she signed that in the first place, or why this contract was even written. Like, this guy had to set up a trigger word system to make it so that if he ever, crossed this girl's boundaries to some extent, she has to say the word facade to get him to stop and think about what he's doing. And I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, I've never had a trigger word system set up with anybody ever, because I've made them so uncomfortable to the point where they need to say a certain word to get me to stop being weird. So you have to wonder, is that like Twomad's word that he needs to hear to stop, like, harassing this girl or something? Well, anyway, it seems like this contract may have been violated depending on this next video that I'm going to show you when this took place, because Twomad, I guess, either before or after this contract was written, basically spammed this girl, this alleged victim, non-stop over iMessage. We are talking about literally, like, probably over 3,000 words of spam. Like, if we sat here and read every single message that he sent to this girl, we would be here all day. I mean, it's literally non-stop. I'll have the video up right now, but you can see it's anywhere from, like, an actual coherent sentence to, like, copy pasta. At some point, he starts saying, I miss the rage, like the Mario Judas song. Like, I think this guy may be clinically insane. I think if we got him into, like, a doctor's office or something, they would tell us what I think these messages already tell us, which is that he's insane, because he's talking about, like, Donda now, Donda. Now he's talking about, please talk to me, hit me up, I'm crying, I need to talk to you. We're literally scrolling for like a minute at this point. He's talking about Black Lives Matter now, Donda, whatever. And he literally is typing right now in the video. He goes, are we Bing chilling or wah? And he goes, you ready for it? You should just talk to me, TBH. So, I don't know, man. That's kind of where we are right now. He sent videos confessing something. He made her sign a contract. He's spamming this girl. And, dude, I don't know. I'll say the evidence looks pretty bad. I'm not gonna, make a definitive claim about he did this or he didn't do this. I don't even know the age of this Bella girl, so if someone knows, just let me know down in the comments. But that's basically the situation. I think it's pretty insane. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and if there's any updates on this, I'll let you guys know. But, yeah, I'll see you guys.